You guys, okay, Bridgerton season 2, episode 4, Victory. Lady Whistledown writes, "This is the week of Lady Bridgerton's annual Hearts and Flower Ball, the year's most coveted invitation in the country, and no event better designed to show the might and the mettle of its hosts. Lady Bridgerton is running around getting things in order for the ball, and she's gloating at the woman that she raised Daphne to be. Daphne knows what it takes to set the ball off, and Daphne also tells Violet that if it's going to be a proposal before the week out, Anthony is going to need all the help he can get. Anthony, he's having doubts, of course. He's in with Benedict, and he's messing up Benedict vibe. And Benedict tells him, look, this entire marriage market is too difficult, but if you must participate, shouldn't you do it in the fresh air? Like, get the hell out of here with that. Kate, she's on cloud nine in the gaze, or I should say, Kate has Anthony on her mind. Edwina, she thinks it's about the big bee sting, and Kate tells her, no, it's not that. She's fine. Edwina mentions that Anthony mind seems to be elsewhere. Yes, is on Kate. That's where his mind is. Edwina also mentioned that she thought by now that she will be announcing an engagement. Kate reminds Edwina that she's the seasoned diamond, that the Mayfair ball will be coming soon, and there will be suitors lined up around the corner waiting. Edwin is like, no, I don't want that. I want him. I want his family, this home, the life that he offers me. Edwina says she's been thinking, and she thinks that Kate is the problem. Anthony and Kate hates one another. Well, baby, it's a thin line between love and hate, and trust me, they about to cross that line. Edwina says to Kate, this whole time I had it all wrong. I was thinking that you would help him to like me, but it's the other way around. I need him to fall in love with you. What Edwina is talking about as far as falling in love is that if these two can be friends and in agreements, of course, that would alleviate the tension, and Anthony would have no problem proposing. Edwina basically begs Kate for her help to try to get Anthony to propose. Edwina says she's not giving up. Now we see how Lady Whistledown gets her work to the printer. Madame Delacroix she stitches in a dress, and then she has the dress shipped to the printer, where there the printer takes the rough draft from out the hem or whatever, and that's where he prints the work for Lady Whistledown. And look at Eloise's little friend over there looking. Everyone is arriving at Arby Hall. So many people that it's causing a traffic jam. And Cousin Jack peeped out to see what was the traffic jam about. He spots his baby Crincetta. Now he's all cheeky. Penelope, she catches up with Eloise and Colin. Colin mentioned that Eloise pamphlet reading on women's rights. Penelope thinks that Eloise is still trying to investigate them letter K. She like, come on now, you know them, they haven't been smudged in weeks. Eloise said, well, I'm interested in their new letters now. It's a rather radical publication, which is why I like it so much. The apprentice there, Theo Sharp, and Penelope cuts her off like, you know his name. It's dangerous to go on that side of town. Colin's like, I try to tell her, maybe you could talk some sense to her while I go on my visit to see your cousin. So Eloise and Penelope is like, Marina? Eloise says, I'm not the only one treading in dangerous waters around here. Poor Penelope, she keep pouring her heart out to him, like, hey, pick me. And he just overlooking this girl. But the heart wants what the heart wants, and he got to go see about Marina. Paula interrupts them by scooping up Eloise and Penelope. She wants Eloise to take this week serious, and for Eloise and Penelope to socialize with the other ladies rather than just the two of them, because they feed off one another. Both of them are, like I always say, the modern day woman. They're independent. They're not thinking so much about finding a man to marry. So Lady Bridgerton, she's thinking that the other ladies would give the girls some influence of, this dating market. And these group of ladies, they're all eager to find their person. They're talking about this person they like, one person they don't like. One is old, one is young. And Eloise is like, if you don't want them, why don't you just say no? And one lady said, to my mama? Like, no, I can't do that. Eloise said, well, you'll always be miserable. One lady said, no, I won't, because I know how to find my pleasure. Lady Whistledown. Of course, she can't write anything about us right now because we're all down here at the countryside. And Penelope is like, oh, is that right? Mm-hmm. Edwina, she's over there with her boo Anthony, and she's talking to him. She spots Kate. She calls Kate over, and she makes a little small talk about the bee sting, but they already know about them bee stings. Anthony had his hands all on them bee stings. Edwina then suggested that Anthony takes Kate on a tour around the estate. Anthony declined because he already planned to go hunting. Edwina, she's like, oh, Kate is a good shooter. Tell him, Kate. So Anthony, he snickers like, Kate asks him, you think I'm lying? And he said, no, in an open field, you shoot straight. That's simple. Going hunting, that would be too hard for you to manage. So Kate is like, why? Is it because I'm a woman? Anthony's perspective was, ladies do not hunt. Is it because they can't or they're not allowed? At this point, Benedict is like, oh, come on, let her go. Maybe she can teach you a thing or two. Anthony is too through with this. He never seen nothing like this before. Go on and prepare for hunting. And Edwina goes over to Daphne and Lady Bridgerton, Lady Danbury, and she's now playing cards with them. When Daphne asks her, where is Anthony? And she tells them that she sent him and Kate to bond together. And Daphne is looking like, girl, was that a good idea? I don't know about that. Okay, so they out hunting and it's awkward, but they make small talk. Kate tells him how she learned how to hunt. The family that her father used to work for, they was gracious enough to show her how to hunt. Two of them seem like they want to converse more, but it's just awkward. So they brush it off and just leave it at that. They're walking, hunting, trying to hunt down this stage. And Anthony, of course, he has his way, which is Bible. It's just this way. And Kate, she has another way of doing it. So he tells Kate, look, just follow us. Come on. Kate, she ditched their ass. Fast as shit. She got up out of there. Anthony, he goes hunt her down and he finds her. Now, Kate, she has her eye on the stage. She's trying to focus on her shot. He is going in about her, what she's not supposed to be doing, and her not following the rules. And if she would have followed the rules, she wouldn't have been outside the other morning, and what happened wouldn't have never had happened. He asks him, well, what exactly happened? Anthony said, yeah, after that bee sting, you put my hand on your bosom. Kate is like, look, I was just showing you that I was okay. You the one who got excited. They have this back and forth about who looked at who and in which way. And then they hear the stage. So they get in position, and Anthony, he thinks that he got to show her how to aim her gun. So he gets behind her and wraps his hand around hers. And then here come the rest of the crew. Oh, there you go. So it startles them both and they just lose the connection, which I would have liked to see Kate kill down that stage because she's talking all that shit. Yeah, let me see you do this. Which I believe that Kate, she will be able to take that stage down. Forgot to mention when they were touching, when Anthony had his hands around hers, it was a connection. And from here on out, I'm going to call this hot and bothered because we're going to get a lot of hot and bothered around here, okay? And I do have to say, this is me personally. I love when a man take control. When Anthony, Kate, she was trying to resist his help on how to point the gun, and Anthony, he just grabbed it like, let me show you how to do this, girl. Like, chill the fuck out. Damn. Okay, back at the festivities, because it's not the ball yet. They're just out having festivities at this time. Lady Featherington is talking to Philippa. Philippa, clueless ass. She feels as though that Philippa is not taking this serious about getting with Cousin Jack. She keeps nagging her about it. She tells Philippa that after last year's scandals that they don't need any more. And Philippa said, look, they don't even know what really went down with Marina. And is it really that uncommon to entrap a man into marriage? No, it isn't that uncommon. And it happens today. Colin, he takes his ass over to the Crane estate. And he sees Marina. Marina she had twins. For the Crane, he's out running some errands, but Colin tells her he just wanted to make sure she was well. And Marina, she offered him some tea and a seat to stay. Colin's sitting here going on about his travels and things of that sort. Marina, she must have got bored with it because, well, she told him that she likes his remarks about his travels, but the way she was like, okay, bye, it's time to go, it read that she was getting bored with it. I think in this society, most women get bored with their a man rambling about all the things that he can do while all she can do is sit still, be pretty, and be taken care of. So not every woman is going to be interested in his travels. Penelope is, but he's overlooking our girl. As Colin gathers his things to leave, Sir Crane comes in. Marina introduces them, and again, Colin expedition comes up. Oh, you weren't here? Did you see such and such? And Lord Crane, he shares the same interests, and he as well has traveled. So he offers Colin to stay, and so they can talk about their travels together. They have the same interests, so they can bond about that. These two been going back and forth for hours about their travels. So at this point, Marina definitely, she is bored with it. Lord Crane even said he apologizes to his wife because he know how he can get carried away with it. And like I said, women back then, if they didn't personally have that interest, what would they want to hear about all the grand things that their husbands can do and explore? Marina said, okay, it's time for Lord Bridgerton to go on home. So her husband leaves them to say their goodbyes. He's such a gentleman. Colin tells Marina he is most admirable. Marina said, I know that you didn't come all the way here to tell me your opinion of my husband. Colin tells her no, that he came to apologize, that all the time he was gone, he thought about how things ended between them two, and that he apologizes and that he forgives her as well. Marina tells him, look, I didn't need your apology nor do I desire your forgiveness. What went on is in the past. Colin thing is that Lord Crane is truly amiable, but she doesn't seem truly happy. Marina tells him that you can't come to those conclusions in a few hours. She tells Colin, look, you're still a boy. Those things that I did, I thought that it would make me happy. It would save me from my reality. Basically, I had to step up and face what was going on and deal with it. Colin asks her, so are you unhappy? So Marina thing is, it's not about her happiness. She says she's perfectly content with her children. Her husband is a good man. Goes on to say that she's a different woman now, and she refused to get thrown back in a world of fantasy. Colin said, okay, I get it. On his way out, she tells him that he need to simply open his eyes to what's in front of him, that he has people that care about him, his family, Penelope. Now, this is where I get pissed off at Marina. You should have told him, yes, Penelope likes you. Because remember, you the bitch that stole the attention away from Penelope. Back over to Kate. Kate gets in from hunting, and Edwina is excited. What happened? What's going on? Did you two finally warm up to one another? They sure the fuck did. Yes, they did. And Kate tells her yes, and she's like, yes, just keep doing what you're doing. No, you don't want that girl. Later on that night, Kate couldn't sleep, so she goes over to the library. And also, Anthony couldn't sleep. He sees a light lit in the library, and he goes to check it out. He goes and he finds Kate there, and Kate says that because of the storm, it keeps her up, but her father used to read books to her, and it would calm her. So Anthony tells her that this was his father, a librarian, that he adored these books or whatever. So Kate asks, how did your father die? He tells her a bee sting. Kate is like, damn, I'm so sorry about that. At this point, Anthony comes a little bit vulnerable, and he tells her to see a great man fall. It was very humbling, to say the least. Because Kate is seeing the softer side of him, opening up, being vulnerable, she gazed into his eyes. She's falling into him, and he's gazing into her eyes. And then she takes off like lightning. I told y'all, hot and bothered. Okay, it's the day of the ball, and Lady Bridgerton is getting everything together. Daphne is out there talking to her. She said that she liked Miss Edwina. She's a sweet girl. She seems perfect. She thought that Anthony would do better with someone that's just like him. Daphne mentions that every time a challenge comes up inside her and the Duke relationship, they find a way to deal with it. She said it can be irritating yet gratifying. And that's how true love really is. Somebody can irritate the shit out you. And you'll be surprised because sometimes you might get the person to change that way, whatever it is. And there'll be some things that you'll just get used to. You never thought that you can get used to whatever it is, but you do because you love that person. Stephanie goes on to say that Anthony is a Bridgerton, and Bridgertons, they need their challenge. Well, this causes Daphne to go have a conversation with Anthony. She tells Anthony that Edwina, she's a sweet girl. She'll make a perfect wife. And Anthony said, but you still don't like her. Daphne said, no, it's not that I don't like her. I just wonder if you truly know each other well enough. Tells Anthony that it would help if he was to have someone that he shared similarities with. Is there no one that you share similarities with? And this struck a nerve in Anthony, you can tell. Anthony tells Daphne, ever since the Duke is missing in action, you have become very meddlesome. Girl, get gone. And Daphne, no. She know what Anthony needs. I've been telling y'all, it's all about the challenge. Okay, the ball has begun. The sisters walk in. Anthony, he goes up to Edwina, takes her hand to go on down to the dance floor. Lady Danbury, she asks Kate, has she been enjoying her time alone with the ball count? And Kate thinks that Lady Danbury pulled her card, but she's like, when you guys went hunting. We also know that Lady Danbury, she peeps everything. Lady Bridgerton, she brings a gentleman over for Eloise. So Eloise reluctantly danced with him. Lady Bridgerton reminded her, look, you are a host. Remember that. Be polite. So they both heads to the dance floor. And as soon as he's trying to spark a conversation with Eloise tell him, please don't say nothing. I'm trying to count. Eloise said, what worries you masters you. So this is a passage from a book. Well, this suitor, he knew the book. And Eloise was like, oh, you read this book? And he said, yes, all the guys by a certain age has to read that book. It's a requirement, unlike for the ladies. The way she made a joke, yes, you can't put too much in ladies' head. They might explode. Their head might explode. This fool gonna say, well, for many of them, this is true. He said a lot of them can't even articulate a thought. Eloise wasn't gonna let this fly. She asked him, maybe, do you think it's because women isn't awarded the same opportunities as a man? He tried to backpedal out that conversation, and he changes the subject and he asks her, why won't we dip out of here, spike the punch, and go enjoy ourselves? Eloise said, oh, you rather do that than sit here and have a intelligent conversation? He said to her, you'd rather count. Eloise said, boy, get out of my face. I'm out of here. She takes off. He tried to grab her because, their customs. Eloise is being very rude at this moment, leaving him on the dance floor, which she does. She's like, I'm done with this. Like she told those ladies, she makes her own decisions. Lady Bridgerton, she goes chasing her down and she tells Eloise, look, I brought him especially here for you, y'all. Both share that same rebellious spirit. It's upset Eloise. She tell her mother, look, my rebellion isn't like a party dress I just put on to come down here and play a part. Basically, she was saying, this is who I am. She apologizes to Lady Bridgerton and tells her that she's sorry that she can't be the person that Lady Bridgerton want her to be. So just leave her alone for tonight. I'm sure for Eloise, this is very suffocating for her. All the stuff that she has going on in her head, creatively, motivationally, and she can't get it out. Like I said, Penelope is like her only person that understands her. So in this society, it's like she's suffocating. So that conversation about entrapment that Lady Featherington and Philippa had earlier. I've been calling her Philippa. Is that Philippa or Prudence? That is Prudence. Okay, I'm sorry. Prudence. The conversation that Prudence and Lady Featherington had about entrapment gives Lady Featherington the bright idea. Okay, she tells Prudence to go out to the orangery. She finds Lord Featherington, who was talking to Crincetta, and tells him that someone is looking for him inside the orangery. Now, Lady Featherington gathers a crowd and it goes on into the orangery where Prudence and Cousin Jack is alone. And being a member of high society, we all know how this works. A woman can't be alone with a man. If it goes down, then that man has to marry that woman. So everybody's putting the pressure on him like, what are you going to do? Will this lady have you? Prudence goofy ass is like, oh yes, Cousin Jack, I'll marry you. Sick. Now, Penelope, she's seen all of this go down. And at the end of the night, she pulls Prudence up and she asks her seriously, did he compromise you in any way? Prudence answered no. She said, but it was such a scandal. Do you think Lady Whistledown is going to write about it? She's excited. Prudence tried to explain to her, if Lady Whistledown does write about it, that's a huge scandal that can destroy and ruin their whole family, and it can be ran out of the tongue. Prudence thinks that Penelope is jealous of her because her name will be in Lady Whistledown, and Penelope, she'll just be Penelope. Girl, Prudence is a fool. Edwina, she been cutting it up with Anthony all night. She done had 2 dances, and this leads her to believe that Anthony will pop the question, and only if him and Kate is seeing eye to eye. So she get Kate to go out there on the dance floor with Anthony. And these two are looking good together. Not as good as Anthony and the Duke, but we can see that they definitely have chemistry. Okay, it gets around, they're talking about Edwina and engagement and if he can take care of her or not. Anthony, he gets silent for a minute, and Kay says, well, if your silence is the indication that you're reconsidering, and Anthony is like, what, you want me to reconsider? He tells him, well, it doesn't make me a difference either way. As soon as you guys are married, I am to turn back to India. And this caught Anthony by shock. He is like, you gonna abandon her? And she's like, far from it. She will be married. The dance was over. Anthony, he takes off. Edwina's like, what the hell was going on? Mind you, Edwina's watching, Daphne is watching, Lady Danbury is watching, and all of them is picking up off the chemistry. Edwina, she runs up to Kate like, what happened? Kate said, I don't know. Let me go find him. I'll talk to him. Catches up with Anthony, and she's like, what's this with you? What is up with you? He asks her, so you gonna be on the first thing smoking after your sister is married? Yes. You don't have any plans on taking a suitor for yourself. Why does that concern you? And he says that it seems like Kate would do anything to keep him away from Edwina. But where did he get that from? He's like, that's it. You just don't like me. Tell me why. And Kate said, because you vex me. He said, and what you think you do to me? Kate says, tell me what I do to you. And he said, you hate me. Kate said, yes, I do. I hate you. These two are this is passion, okay? They're getting close to one another. So close that Anthony now is whispering in her ear, tell me that you don't want me. Tell me you feel nothing. They get super close to each other, damn near kissing each other. And Daphne busts in. And when she seen that, her ass took off. She's left there all hot and bothered. And Anthony, he goes running after Daphne. Daphne, she's disgusted. She had to take her a drink. Her thing is, you are courting her sister. Anthony tells her, look, I plan on still marrying her. And Daphne is like, why? Reminds him that last season, she was planning on marrying the prince until she got caught in the garden with Simon, and that it was a very similar situation. I told y'all, Anthony, he is always pointing the finger at somebody, but he never take accountability. And his point is like, well, the difference between that is nothing happened in this situation. And Daphne tells him, look, it's clear that you have affections for Miss Sharma. Here you guys can't stay away from one another. And he tells her it's because she's aggravating. Aggravating? Is that what I just seen? Daphne explains to Anthony that he needs to deal with this instead of trying to tuck it in, because these feelings has a way of coming to surface. Anthony is confused. He's like, what feelings is that? And she's like, love. And Anthony say, okay, all right, I get it. I know what I need to do. Kate is talking to Lady Danbury, and she tells Lady Danbury that she thinks that she messed it up at Edwina. And Lady Danbury asks her why. Is it because the two of you, talking about Anthony and her, can't get along? And she says, yes. Lady Danbury asks her, why, when you're so close to getting what you want, what your family need for survival, and what Edwina clearly wants, are you getting in the way? Kate answers she doesn't know, and she doesn't know what to do. Lady Danbury tells her the only thing that you can do is be honest with your sister. Be honest with yourself. You must tell her how you feel. And Kay said that I don't like the vowel count. And Lady Danbury tells her whatever you feel, because Lady Danbury, she knows it all. She sensed this. So she knows that it's attraction between the two of them. Lord Featherington is talking to Lady Featherington, and he tells her, look, I'll marry Prudence and everything, but you need to know that the diamond stuff, I have nothing. I don't have anything. That diamond stuff is fugazi. Lady Featherington thinks it's all cap because he paid in advance for Crencetta's dowry, and he's like, no, that ruby necklace was payment, and it's fugazi. I came down here with the intentions that the only way I could provide for all of us is to marry wealth, someone like Crencetta Cowper. And now Lady Featherington feels like a fucking fool. Told y'all she always doing too much. Penelope, she had to see her man Colin. I mean, they're under the same roof, so she know that he want to go see Marina, and she trying to see where his head was at. Tells her that Marina seemed content, and she's like, good, I'm glad to hear that. And now that you went ahead and you faced that, maybe you can move forward and let the past be the past, not swear off women. And Colin is like, yeah, that's cool, whatever, but I've just been thinking about all the terrible things that's been done to her, and maybe things would have been different if Lady Whistledown, he's blaming it on her, wouldn't have put out the story. Things would have turned out differently. That is the past, and now I'm thinking about the future. Now, I think that Penelope, she feels bad because, remember, Penelope did put that story out for her own selfish reasons. I bet you she won't put this story out about cousin Jack and her sister. She won't do that. You know, so why would you do that to your cousin? It was because of her own selfish reasons that she liked Colin. Lady Whistledown writes, while much occurred at the Bridgerton's country visit, this offer feels not all is fit to print. I bet you learned that, Penelope, especially when too much is already known by far too many members of the tongue. If you thought we would reach the end of this journey without this trusted author finding a truly delectable morsel of gossip, you are sorely mistaken. Everyone is getting in their buggies, getting ready to leave the countryside. The Sharmas come out. Edwina is disappointed that she didn't get the proposal. Kate is telling her it will be okay. You'll find someone. And Anthony, he comes running down and running out. He gets down on one knee and he asks Edwina, could he have her hand in marriage? Of course, Edwina is ecstatic, and Kate is over there looking like, Daphne is looking all types of confused, and Lady Bridgerton is too. She looks disappointed, like, damn. It's not that Edwina is a bad girl. She is sweet. She's beautiful. She's just not the one. And Lady Whistledown continues. The vow count, Anthony Bridgerton is now betrothed to Edwina Sharma. Or maybe it's the other way around. I don't know, the formalities or whatever. I feel like at this point it don't even matter because it's not going down jack. And that's where this episode ends. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.